Hello friends, welcome to Brain Scoop channel. This is my new video and our today's topic is barium enema. Barium enema is the radiographic study of the large bowel by administration of barium through the rectum. The major advantage of barium enema is its ability to examine the entire colon. It is reasonably accurate, minimally invasive and requires no sedation on routine basis. Indications of the barium enema are screening of colon cancer, inflammatory bowel disease, diverticular disease, inconclusive colonoscopy to check patency of distal lobe. And the contraindications are toxic megacolon, decent biopsy, rigid endoscope within 5 days, flexible endoscope within 24 hours, and generalized peritonitis. Now there are two methods of the barium enema. The first is the double contrast method, the method of choice to demonstrate the mucosal pattern. The primary aim in a double contrast study is to achieve good mucosal coating. Preferred in high risk patients, rectal bleeding, enema, weight loss, family history of carcinoma, polyps, suspected IBD. And the single contrast, it is simpler, shorter and does not require rigorous maneuvers. Preferred in very young, very old, sick and disabled patients, in suspected obstruction and in evaluation of distal colon after colonoscopy. Now the patient preparation of the barium enema is: for 3 days prior to the examination, low residue diet. On the day prior to the examination, fluids only. Drink plenty of water to prevent dehydration. Magnesium citrate solution or bisacondyl tablets for 2 days. A tap water cleansing enema of 1500 ml on the morning of the barium enema examination. Procedure of the double contrast enema. The quality of the images depends on mucosal coating, which in turn depends on the barium suspension. Next is distension, should just efface the normal mucosal folds, and projection, ideally without any overlapping loops and with legends in profile. Procedure: a scout film is taken of the AP abdomen. If retained stool is present, consider rescheduling. Then the patient lies on their left side with right leg flexed in Sims position and the catheter tip is lubricated and is inserted gently into the rectum. The insertion should not exceed 3 to 4 centimeters. It is taped firmly in position. Inflate the rectal balloon only if necessary. This is the Sims position. Connections are made to the barium reservoir and the hand pump for injecting air. An intravenous injection of Buscopan 20 mg or glucagon 1 mg may be given. Infusion of barium is commenced. Intermittent screening is required to check the progress of the barium. The infusion is terminated when the barium reaches the hepatic flexure. The column of the barium within the sigmoid colon is run back out by either lowering the infusion back to the floor or tilting the table to the erect position. Air is gently pumped into the ball, forcing the column of barium round towards the cecum and producing the double contrast effect. CO2 can be used as an alternative to air. Now the spot films which are taken during the barium enema are: spot films of all areas of large bowel are taken including the oblique views. For rectum, PA and left lateral view, then the sigmoid for LPO and right lateral, splenic flexure, RPO view, hepatic flexure, LPO view, and cecum, AP and LPO view. Now single contrast barium enema. The aim is to achieve a homogeneous barium particle suspension throughout the bowel lumen. Basic principle is that all segments of colon should be clearly seen without overlapping loops. Each segment should be seen on at least 2 films so that any suspected lesion can be verified. This is done by a combination of fluoroscopy and a compression spot films of the entire colon. Aftercare: patient should be warned that their bowel motions will be wide for a few days after the examination and to eat and drink normally to avoid barium impaction. Next is, the patient must not leave the department until any blurring of vision produced by the Buscopan has resolved. Now there are some adverse reactions of the barium enema, that is constipation, hypersensitivity reactions are very rare, perforation, intravasation into the veins. Side effects of pharmacological agents used and cardiac arrhythmia due to rectal distension. Now there are some patterns in barium enema which are as follows: the surface patterns, fold patterns, protruding lesions, depressed lesions, and contour abnormalities. Now, what are surface patterns? The normal mucosal surface usually has a smooth featureless appearance. When barium is introduced, there are certain patterns which can be seen. Next is the fold patterns. Coil spring sign. If barium is forced between one loop of the bowel introspecting into another loop, the barium may coat the mucosal fold of the outer loop. The resulting radiographic appearance of the concentric rings of the barium is said to resemble a coil spring. And this is one of the example of the fold patterns. Next are the protrusions. Protrusions into the lumen of a hollow viscus can be either normal structures such as mucosal folds or pathologic lesions such as tumors. A protrusion on the dependent surface displaces barium from the barium pool and is seen as a filling defect. A protrusion on the non-dependent surface is coated with barium and the X-ray beam catches the edges of the protrusion, which are then etched in white. So there are some examples of the protruding lesions. Next are the contour abnormalities. One of the contour abnormality is the tapering. A shallow, smooth surface gradual narrowing of the contour of the bowel reflects a desmoplastic disease in the mucosa and submucosa that tapers the lumen. Tapering is usually due to benign scarring from chronic inflammatory disease. Now, depressed lesions, which can be seen like this in the picture. Depressed lesions are lesions that extend beyond the normal contour of the bowel, such as ulcers and diverticula. When located on the dependent surface, they trap the barium and therefore are seen as a focal barium corrections. When located on the non-dependent surface, they empty of barium. If there is adequate coating of the sides of the depressed lesion, it is seen as a ring shadow. So this is all for today. If you liked my video, please like, comment and share, and do subscribe my YouTube channel for further updates. Thank you.